Driss, Psy, is operating Philippe's Plus Maserati Quattroporte at a high rate of speed during the night in Paris. Police pursue them through the streets before cornering them. Driss insists that Philippe, a quadriplegic, needs to visit the ER immediately. Philippe poses as having a seizure, and the duped police officers accompany him. Driss enters the hospital and departs in a car. Then, in a flashback, the two men's friendship is described. Rich quadriplegic Philippe and his helper Magali are interviewing potential live-in caretakers. Philippe is the proprietor of a posh hotel particulier. Driss is merely there to obtain a signature on a document attesting that his interview was unsuccessful so he can keep receiving his benefits. He has no desire to be hired. To collect signed documents, he was told to come back in the morning. When Driss arrives the following day, Philippe's assistant Yvonne welcomes him and informs him that he has the position on a trial basis. He takes good care of Philippe despite being uninterested and inexperienced, although in an odd way. Driss informs Philippe about the full scope of his impairment, which helps Philippe in every aspect of his life. Driss was sentenced to 6 months in prison for robbery, according to a friend of Philippe, but Philippe is unconcerned with Driss's background. He won't fire Driss as long as he performs his duties as required because he is the only person who does not treat Philippe with sympathy. Philippe says that his paragliding accident caused his disability and that his wife passed away childless. Driss gradually assists him in organizing his personal life, including training his naive adopted daughter Elisa. Driss begins painting and learns about modern art and opera. A private classical music concert is held in Philippe's living room to celebrate his birthday. Driss is taught some well-known classical pieces by Philippe, but he only knows them as the music from commercials or cartoons. Driss plays Boogie Wonderland by Earth, Wind and Fire to liven up the party because he thinks the concert is too dull. The partygoers are also entertained by the music. Driss pushes his boss to meet Eleanor, a woman who lives in Dunkirk with whom Philippe has an exclusively written relationship, but Philippe is afraid of her reaction once she learns of his impairment. He is persuaded to call Driss by the latter. Philippe consents to send her a photo of himself in a wheelchair, but he is hesitant and requests that his assistant, Yvonne, provide a photo of him before the accident. They agree to go on a date, but Philippe suddenly decides he's too nervous to see Eleanor and leaves with Yvonne before she gets there. Then Philippe phones Driss and invites him to travel in his Dassault Falcon 900 private aircraft with him for a weekend of paragliding in the Alps. Under the guise of delivering mail, Driss' younger cousin Adam, who is in danger with a gang, arrives at the estate to pick up Driss. Hearing, Philippe releases Driss from his employment and acknowledges his need to support his family. He also suggests that Driss might not want to spend the rest of his life pushing a wheelchair. Driss makes it back to his house, rejoins his buddies, and is able to assist his younger cousin. Driss has since been replaced by various carers, but Philippe is not pleased with any of them. When he loses motivation, he stops caring for himself. He develops a beard and seems unwell. Yvonne calls Driss back out of concern. Driss transports Philippe in the Maserati when they arrive, returning the narrative to the initial police pursuit. Driss drives Philippe to the beach after they escape the police. They reach a Coburg restaurant on the seafront after Philippe has showered and dressed tastefully. Driss abruptly gets up from the table and wishes Philippe luck on his lunch date. Eleanor shows up after a little while. Philippe is moved to tears when he glances out the window and sees Driss smiling at him. Philippe waves Driss off and departs as Eleanor and Philippe converse and enjoy one another's company. Pictures of Philippe Pozzo di Borgo and Abdul Selu, the characters on whom the narrative is based, together on a hillside that are reminiscent of paragliding serve as the film's closing credits. The Intouchables was released in 2011. This is a French comedy drama film written and directed by Olivier Nakache and Eric Toledano. IMDb rating of this movie is 8.5 out of 10.